Good afternoon, everyone. Jonathan Davis here with Davis Auto Sports, and we are honestly really excited about this 4Runner because if you guys have been following us for years, you know that we specialize in 4Runners. We've been selling them since day one of starting this company. We try to find the cleanest, nicest 4Runners that exist and bring them into our shop and recondition them and service them. We even do full-blown restorations on them. And if you've been tracking us recently, you know that we haven't sold any 4Runners in quite some time because they're just getting too hard to find in the condition that we have to have them in. And then people that own them know that there's nothing out there to replace them, so they just don't get rid of them like they used to. And I've probably looked at 20 in the last year and didn't buy a single one due to condition and rust and lack of service records and everything else. I want you guys, if you're interested in this truck, to please watch the whole video. This is one of our pre-listings. If you're unfamiliar with our pre-listings, what they are is we show the truck right when we got it in. This truck came to us last night. We literally haven't touched this truck other than a quick wipe down. We did that about 15 minutes ago. I'm the owner of Davis Auto Sports. I drove the truck for about 30 minutes, went through all the basics that I am able to do with driving it. I've sold and built and restored enough of these to know what to look for. This is one of the nicest 4Runners I've come across in a very long time, considering age, mileage, and everything. It's an 02, so last year of this gen. It's a limited edition 4-wheel drive. It is a one-owner truck. However, full disclosure, Carfax shows it as a 2-owner because the person we bought it from misplaced the title, so they had to go to DMV to get the title. Anytime a title is issued at DMV, Carfax doesn't know the name that's on the title. They just know a title's been issued, so by default they count it as an owner. But this is a since day one owner car, Carfax certified, perfect history with all the service records on the Carfax report. It's been serviced at the Toyota dealership since day one of ownership. It's a garage kept truck as well that we got directly from the owner. The undercarriage of this truck is absolutely incredible, which is the big thing on these because I've passed on other really nice trucks, 4Runners, that just underneath couldn't cut it. Apologize for the wind. I'm sure the microphone's going to pick up a lot of this wind noise. We don't have our steady cam or any of our production equipment out here to do our pre-listings. Just a quick walk around with the phone. So the pre-listings show you the truck right when we get it in. The reason we do them because this truck will go into our service and our reconditioning department for stuff like that. And I'm going to show you absolutely everything on this truck. But instead of having it getting service and reconditioned for a number of weeks and you guys not knowing that we have it in inventory to purchase, we put them online as a pre-listing before doing all the work to them, just to let you guys know, hey, this is what we got in. And then we're going to tell you everything on our website at davisautosports.com, that what we're going to do to it, both cosmetically and mechanically. And during the pre-listing state, it will sell. All of our pre-listings that we do, the reason we do them is because they sell. So our pre-listing advertisements that you're going to see today are better than most dealerships' full listings that they do. So if you like what you see today, it's only going to get nicer and better with everything that we're going to do. And if you're unfamiliar with us, make sure if you're viewing this on YouTube, just put Davis Auto Sports 4Runner in the search box. You'll see hundreds of 4Runners that we've sold, and you can go to our website as well and see the quality of 4Runners that we build, sell, and work on here. So I'm going to show you the truck in its true natural condition, and then I'm going to show you some things that we're going to do during our reconditioning aspect of it. So starting with the front fender, it's in great condition. Flare's in great condition. The wheel is also in great condition. We're going to remove the center cap and we're going to repaint it. They all have that fading. It just, that little bit of work goes a long way when you see a beautiful wheel and a center cap without the paint. So we'll remove that, sand that down, repaint that. Have a beautiful set of Wrangler Goodyear Kevlar tires all the way around, a ton of tread. So the tires are good to go right there. Pillar is in great condition, roof's in great condition, limited with the sunroof. All the paint up top is beautiful. It's been garage kept. There's no fading. When these 4Runners sit outside, these are clouds that you see, by the way. When these sit outside, all of this stuff is thin and faded. You don't have that gloss. So absolutely garage kept. Mirrors in good condition. Door. We haven't paint corrected this truck. We haven't done anything. And just note how nice this paint is. All the trim is in great condition. Side steps, usually these are cracked, paint chipping off. Rockers in great condition. Even the bottom of the steps are in really good condition. I mean, this thing's incredible. This is how we like to find them. I wish we could find more of them like this, but we just can't. Also, I don't know if I mentioned it earlier, this truck has 215,000 miles. It looks like a 40,000 mile truck. When we're done with it, it's gonna look newer, but this thing is fully serviced top to bottom. We have all the service records, and if you're familiar with these trucks, you know they're 400,000 or 500,000 mile trucks if taken care of, which this truck absolutely was. Once again, wheels in great condition. We're gonna refinish the center cap, which that's extremely common. This thing is just shows absolutely incredible. The only issue with this entire truck is this rear bumper cap right here. We are going to replace this and repaint it, and that's gonna be good to go. Although the paint is in excellent condition and most sellers would love to get in a 4Runner like this, we are still going to perform our full paint correction service on this, which is going to be about a 4-day process. Essentially, we're going to do a wet sanding because although it's beautiful, it has a great shine. When we paint correct it, it's going to look absolutely brand new. Hood, really nice. No issues, has been protected by the bug guard up front. Very clean hood. Front bumper has normal 215,000 mile wear. You have a series of chips on this center part here. The top pad looks really good, but you do have your typical chips throughout there. Your pad does have, and like I said, we haven't done anything, but the pad definitely has its fair share of chips as well. And you got a little area right there. So we're going to list this truck with the current price, with us just touching those up. If you want this 4Runner to be as perfect as possible, we will recommend repainting the center pad, their lower valance, and the upper pad, and we will actually remove it off of the truck to do so. We would also recommend painting the black inserts of the grille with black. That way everything looks good, but condition wise, it's great. All the lights and everything are factory Toyota lights. So that's the front. Moving on to the driver or passenger side fender. Fender is in really good condition. The flare has a little chip right there. If I just saw this truck in the parking lot, knowing that it was an 02, I would think this thing had less than 100,000 miles. It is just insanely clean. Wheels are in really good condition. That's just dirt on the wheels. Once again, refinish the center caps. Great tires all the way around. Slight little scuff right there that will come off during the paint correction. Pillar is in great condition. Once again, zero fading up top. Go look at some 4Runner roofs. You don't see them like that. I mean, just let me look at the paint on that. Usually all these edges are all dry rotted and coming apart from being outside in the sun and the rain, whatever the conditions are. Door, beautiful. I mean, just look at the paint on this thing. It's in beautiful condition. Same thing with the trim, rocker panels, side moldings. Do have a little area right here on the flare, which we'll touch up as well. But man, you just don't find them this clean. Rear door, great condition. Trim as well. Flare extension. Got one little chip there that we're gonna touch up. One little chip there that we'll touch up. Got got 2 chips there that we'll touch up. Rear gate is in great condition. All the emblems show very, very well. You have your factory net, which is in great condition. You have your cargo cover. Let me try to get it in both grooves with one hand. Shows like new. Nice WeatherTech liner. Look how clean the original floor mat is. We did not steam clean this. We didn't. I mean, just, it's flawless. You can still see the grooves in it from that. And then underneath, brand new. I mean, this is a 215,000 mile 4Runner, guys, that shows this well. Usually this area is all scratched up. I mean, this thing is incredible. I'd much rather have a 4Runner that's a 1 owner or even a 2 owner. I don't care how many owners owned it. It's nice that it's a 1 owner, but as long as the owners loved it and cared, I don't care if it's 1 or 2 or 3. But I'd rather have a 200,000 or 215,000 mile 4Runner that's been extremely well taken care of than even a 70 or 80,000 4Runner mile 4Runner that hasn't been taken care of, because these things will easily go 500. The reason they typically die and come off the road is rust. Mechanically, they usually keep going. I'm opening up this door to show you that every single panel on this 4Runner has the factory issue VIN plate, meaning this is the original panel that it left the factory when it was manufactured. Every single one. While we're here, usually these dog legs can get all funky and rusty. Bottom in here gets all funky and rusty. The bottom of the doors get funky, and not on this one. Door panels, super clean, non-smoker. There's 0 odors, there's no burns, no nothing. Seats are in great condition. This is a factory, that's how this leather is from the factory. It's not a defect. Bottom of the seats, perfect. I mean, this thing, you got rubber mats. You got your, I mean, look at this factory mat right here. Just absolutely as clean as can be. Same thing over here. Just perfect. I mean, just so clean all the way around. Clean, clean, clean. Heated seats, locking. Check out that floor mat. All original, super clean underneath the mat. I mean, this engine bay, look at the wheel well, look at all the lines, the fittings. I mean, this thing is just so clean. Factory VIN plate, VIN plate, VIN plate. I mean, this thing is incredible. So we'll go ahead and start it and take it for a ride. I'm gonna grab a rock over here and show you. I spent about 25 minutes underneath this thing, and it's one of the cleanest 4Runners that I have seen. And I'm grabbing this rock to show you guys a few things. So let's get a better view real quick. So this truck received the factory recall. Well, let me back up here. So The 4Runners and Toyotas, if you're familiar with these, had a recall on the frame. And when it went into the dealership for inspection, if the frame was in great condition, they applied the special undercoat. This truck, the frame was in great condition, so to keep it that way, part of the recall was to undercoat everything. So this is dealer installed undercoat that has been on for a long time. There's dirt all over it and little tiny rocks and everything else. So I'm going to take this and just scrape this off, and we'll recoat it for you guys. But check out the frame underneath of that. It's black and it's perfect and it's no rust whatsoever. And we will recoat this for you guys, but I'm doing this in real time just so you can see there's nothing covering. And this is an old undercoat, and we can do this anywhere on the frame and you're gonna get the same exact result. I don't want to take too much off because this stuff is really good. So you can see the frame is black and it's absolutely flawless, as it should be. Just to do another little area, I'll come over here. So there you guys go. It's hard to sort of maneuver. I'm a little bigger than a small guy. If you look at the strut and coil, phenomenal condition. Wheel well, very, very clean. Axles with the boot, no rips in the boot. Sway bar end links, usually you're battling these things. That's in great condition. These brake shields right here are usually so rusted up and they're so hard to find, but if you look at all the steering components and the bolts and the hardware, this thing is absolutely incredible. We haven't touched the undercarriage. Sway bar is like new. The bushings are in great condition. Look at the bottom of the control arms, beautiful. I mean, this thing is the real deal. They also undercoated the floor pan right here, so I'll take a little bit off there. And this stuff that they used it's top-notch stuff. I wish we could get some of it, but if you take a look at that, I'm gonna zoom in. Floor pan's perfect. This stuff is so thick and it stays on, and it's almost got like an oily base outer part. But so that's how the entire frame is. The floor pans, they even got a little bit on this bracket system, which is actually good because these brackets get all types of funky. And yeah, that stuff is just, so you got a completely protected floor pan and frame. The pinch welds are all perfect, so it doesn't get any better than that. Let's see if I can get you guys. Usually these upper control arms are just this thing's incredible. These are usually just funky and nasty. You usually can't even make out the bolts. The struts, once again, are perfect. I mean, this thing is just top notch. If I had a kid that was getting ready to drive, I would keep this for them. But up to the front, yeah, this makes a lot of sense. These are the factory issued markings from the factory when they're putting all this together. So the fact that you still see that just goes to show how clean this is. Bump stops, I mean, usually these bump stops are dry rotted. I mean, that thing is brand new looking, and it's not new, it's just extremely well kept. If you look at all the radiator supports and everything, I mean, y'all better jump on this thing, because I'm gonna tell you, this thing is not gonna last. Look at this plate, skid plate up front, great condition. Pan below. Whew. Look at that, guys. And if you guys are unfamiliar with 4Runners, I highly suggest, as far as undercarriages go look at some in whatever city you live in. You're not going to see them like this. Once again, axle perfect, boot perfect, all your joints and everything are good, strut good. So Like I said, our pre-listings are going to be more thorough than other dealers' full listings. You got both keys. A little yellow jacket coming to hang out with us. You got an alarm with, pretty sure this will be the button. Remote start with 2 remotes, which is very nice. So this truck, I took it off right away, but when we're running pretty low on gas, so we're not going to be doing too much. Heated seats do work. It had a nice steering wheel cover off, but I took it off. I don't like driving with those. So the steering wheel's in great condition because of that. Cigarette lighter has never been used. Nice upgraded Pioneer media center. AC's blowing nice and cold already on a quick start. All the wood grain's in good condition. So we're low on gas, so I'm not going to do too much driving. That's a factory windshield as well, which is incredible because it shows really well. Sunroof, I'll be honest with you, I didn't check that on my initial drive because I was checking so many other things. We'll check that live and in action. No watermarks around the edges whatsoever. So same thing with the cover. All right, let's go. Okay, we're gonna do a quickie around this loop right here. This is why you gotta love these trucks. You're not gonna get in too many other 215,000 mile vehicles that just drive this nice with these miles. This dependable, easy to work on, and will literally last another 20 years. And beautiful looking. Knees aren't on the wheel, just cruising. Does not get any better. So you guys saw the entire exterior. You saw what we're gonna do. We'll have a full description in our website to be clear on the work that we are doing. We have all the service records for this truck. The timing belt we inspected is in really, really good condition. If you want us to do the timing belt, that way it's done and you don't have to worry about it. We do offer that as a service. We do the full service, timing belt, water pump, thermostat, idler, pulley, the whole shebangs, if you will. We'll put that in the listing as well. All the power seats work. AC is blowing ice cold. This thing drives perfect. What a nice truck. All right, guys, so that's going to wrap it up for the video right at 25 minutes. As mentioned earlier, this is a pre-listing, but this truck, if you're waiting for us to be done with it, to look at, the final pictures, if you will, it's not going to be available. It's going to be sold. So if you guys have any questions, 855-955-3377. Also, we're shooting this in the middle of November. So make sure if you're viewing this on YouTube after the fact, if this is sometime in December, it's most likely going to be sold. So I would say call us, but just check our website instead, because I don't really see this truck lasting too long. Thank you.